So we are going to compare Carlotta with Cartethiya, mainly DPS test between the two. Well, we are gonna first test our Carlotta. We have pretty decent build, 74% crit rate and 300% crit damage. And yeah, and we have 33% resonance skill damage. That's good. We are using her signature weapon, the Last Dance. I'm gonna test both Carlotta and Cartethiya on hologram. And also, I'm not gonna perform any perfect rotations for both of the sub DPS like Zhezhi and Ciaccona because we need to be time efficient too. And we are using Zhezhi with Moonlit Clouds and SK as usual, regenerating glow. Everyone is just as 0. And by the way, one of my friend provided this account to test the DPS as he has the premium teams. And well, I'm sorry if gameplay felt a little bit clunky because the server he plays is not the same I use. So it will feel a little clunky. Anyways, let's start our test. So for this I calculated Carlotta's damage throughout the fight, only taking her DPS window. That means each and every damage including the basic attack she does will be taken into consideration and the duration of the fight she took. So Carlotta did 10,03,426 total damage, which is divided by duration of 25 seconds. She took 25 seconds to complete the fight. So her damage per second is 40,137 in her premium team. Or if you take SK's intro, SK's enhanced intro, it will be around 42,000. Now let's test her solo DPS, maybe on level 70 fallacy.
Masterpiece complete. Improvise. Still recognize me? Found your weak spot. The stage is set.
Okay, her solo completion time is 31 seconds. So the total damage she did is 6,75,187. So her DPS is gonna be 21,780 as a solo without support. And that is with her signature weapon. I'm not gonna test her on standard weapon because there will be unfair comparison for Cartethiya as she uses 3-star weapon. So Cartethiya has a chance to get her second best alt weapon in the coming future. Who knows? So we can compare that 3-star weapon against a standard 5-star weapon because it's basically unfair. We need to be honest here. We can say so Carlotta is better than her. Yeah, agreed. But Cartethiya is also better on AoE where Carlotta sucks. So each resonators has their own disadvantages. So we can complain about that. So now let's move on to the next Cartethiya. Yeah, she is decent build, not crit fish build. And yeah, focusing on crit damage, nope, she isn't built like that. And yeah, even Ciaccona doesn't have her signature as Zhezhi didn't have. So let's be fair here. I'm not gonna perform a perfect rotation for Ciaccona and also taking only Cartethiya's DPS window. So each and every damage she does will be calculated, taken into consideration. So
Thanks for watching. Let the show begin.
And this is crazy, I didn't expect it. Cartethiya being an AoE character will give such difference. I mean, that's Cartethiya. Literally, her DPS gave total damage of 13,75,867 in 26 seconds. Can you imagine that? Just 1 second delayed, but the difference of the damage is too much, around 300k. So her DPS will be 52,918. Damn, that's too much. That's just completely absurd. I'm not gonna lie here. I mean, I was not expecting that. Actually, I was afraid to do comparison between Carlotta and Cartethiya on DPS because I felt maybe Carlotta had higher chances of winning. This felt completely opposite. Anyways, and can you even imagine? Cartethiya is an also AoE character. That means she even has advantage over fighting a lot of targets at once. So seeing Carlotta ult only damage, no wonder I felt so much difference when playing Cartethiya, because yeah, I literally felt maybe Cartethiya is literally stronger, So, and first of all, peace for whoever thought Carlotta was stronger. And if you go Carlotta crit damage focused, well, this Cartethiya is not even the same. I mean, crit damage focused, and building Cartethiya is way easier than Carlotta. Well, now let's test solo Cartethiya without the team.
Oceans bow before me. Salvation. Windstorm. Sweep all away.
So, not gonna lie here, bro. In her solo, Cartethiya did 792,573 total damage in 21 seconds. That means Cartethiya as a solo is even superpower than you ever imagined. Her DPS will be 37,742. If you wonder how DPS is calculated, well, DPS is equals to total damage done by the resonator divided by duration of the fight they took. So yeah, Cartethiya literally won on both the premium team and solo test. Considering solo, yeah, that's the best resonator to invest for. I mean, Cartethiya even as solo has the best DPS. So F2Ps, don't worry, even if you pair with 3-star weapon, result won't change much. You can try using level 1 training gun with level 1 training sword. You will see the same difference. Cartethiya still does insane amount of damage on her DPS window. She is freaking powerful. Now let's test Carlotta F2P team but with her signature, because Cartethiya is a new resonator who completely scales on HP. So yeah, that's new for the game. That means in future Kuro may add or release F2P options too. So currently weapon varieties goes for Carlotta. Not gonna lie, or I'm not gonna fake it. Anyways, using a 3-star weapon on Cartethiya is not that much of a difference either. Why I didn't use that? Because let's be honest here, comparing a 3-star weapon felt no fair against a 5-star weapon. If you want a comparison on that, I can do it for you. Just comment down below if you want to. And now, ooh, that's bad. If it had critted, then it would be around 1,20,000. So I'm gonna just take 1,20,000 to be fair. I'm not gonna say or do another rotation because it's just F2P team and Tauchi feels so slow to play. One hit on alt didn't crit for 58,624. So I'm gonna take 58,624 instead of 19,593. See here, I'm literally giving advantage for Carlotta, and the time completion that I will take on average 40 seconds, because we need to be fair and Carlotta's damage can't do as much as she's on her premium team. So I'm gonna take intro window of Carlotta on her second rotation till first E and heavy ends, because if she critted, that should be it. But 40 seconds is fast when we use Tauchi, so be it. I don't care about that. And the second rotation I took till heavy of 64,890. So now she did 12,74,177 of total damage. It's not accurate because I took all the damages till the heavy, even the middle part, and also took 40-second time. It's literally 45 seconds because if you deducted 20 seconds of wastage time from 1 minute 5 seconds to the time that, so it's 20 seconds. That means 65 seconds minus 20 seconds, that means 45 seconds. I'm not gonna take 45 seconds. I'm gonna be fair and square, just take 40 seconds. So you will still need 45 seconds. I took 40 seconds. That means so her DPS will be 31,855. Now let's do Cartethiya F2P team with Aerrover and Sanuha. So the total damage that our Cartethiya literally did is exactly 14,05,727 on 39 seconds. That means her DPS will be 36,044. So that concludes everything. Cartethiya, even on her F2P team, she is powerful. You just literally saw that everything, but the damage she does worth every asteroids, even if the F2P team took 39 seconds. So that shows how better Cartethiya really is, because even her basic attack does a lot of damages. That's absurd. And that's why she is better than Carlotta. After seeing results, I'm not gonna even argue with anything, because I literally saw that Cartethiya performed way better than Carlotta, even for F2P teams. And yeah, if you are not using Cartethiya and F2P team, it doesn't really matter if you use signature or not, because her damage literally doesn't different that much. Around, if you use signature, you will get around 47,000 per hit, and if you don't, then you will get to 35,000 average on her ult. That means in between her basic attacks and her burst will have a lot of damages, not only her ult, because that's what DPS is. And yeah, having a 3-star weapon, it doesn't really matter. It won't change so much on damages in a fight and the duration. That's why Cartethiya is so consistent compared to Carlotta. And also Cartethiya is an AoE character, while Carlotta is a single target. So Cartethiya even has the advantage while fighting the grouped or more number of mobs or enemies. So I didn't show that because I didn't show literally the 3-star weapon comparison, because it felt pointless and the video will be too long. That's why. So if you want the comparison, yeah, I can just do it on the next video. Just let me know in the comments. People think Carlotta may have higher damage, because yeah, I'm not gonna lie here, Carlotta's ult literally shows a big amount of damage. Yep, she has a better damage on her ult, not gonna lie, because her ult literally does like 600k for even an S0, while Cartethiya can only do around 400k, that's all. But Cartethiya's basic attack scales high than Carlotta. That's why people are so wrong about Cartethiya, because they literally see around small numbers, but they doesn't realize that numbers stacks a lot. Like her ult gives 7 stacks of 47,000 with her T. That means that's a lot, bro. And also her combo and does literally gives a burst that's huge numbers, like 40,000, 50,000. That's a lot, bro. And her rotation is not as long as you think, because you just saw that. And this proves Cartethiya is better than you think, and whoever is not a main of Cartethiya, wish you the good luck, because Cartethiya is better. If you enjoyed watching this video and if you are a Carlotta or Cartethiya main, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Over and out.